And we are live for a MegaMek game. It is a
Confirmed.
morning game, but I mean that's because I'm playing with people who work night shift. So for them, it's still evening, but not quite. You know what I mean. And I am going to be grossly outgunned. And okay, if I survive 10 turns, I win. If you destroy the majority of my units in 10 turn, you win. That's basically it. You're trying to punch through the line here. 60% BV destroyed sounds about right. Force end the game at turn limit, which is turn 10. So you will have to blow things up aggressively, basically. But I'm not too worried that you guys are able to do that either.
Blowing up stuff is what we came for.
But it's not my. I've got all sorts of funny things here that you might not always see. I've got field guns. I've got basic tanks. I've got a lot of battle armors. And I've got, upgraded kits for various mechs. The Whitworth 2H, I've noticed, is not very good. The Panther 10K2 is actually really good. It's probably the best standard Panther, I would say. 2 SRM4s, an ERPPC, double heat sinks. It just works as a. It just works as a Panther.
Lots of things that I've never faced here. This should be interesting.
Commandos, well, we all know what commandos are. If you guys are watching this for the first time here, whenever you see a U next to a name of a unit, those are from my upgrade kits. Base upgrade kit. You're trying to connect using 50.05. You should try to connect through 50.06, probably.
Okay, I completely missed that.
I mean, there is a new version of MegaMek that just came out. It's supposed to be, more or less bug free, but we're not sure yet.
We're gonna find out.
Well, 5006 is the one we used to play with, so that one is pretty.
Also,
Pretty
make sure
good.
to transfer your units over if you made them in your 5005 folder. That might be why you're not seeing them.
Yeah, possible.
I wasn't even running 5006 just now.
We've got a. This just came out today. An actual Chinese chariot. I'll probably try to print one at some point, but it'll probably be a bit of a nightmare with all those holes in the side ear. And honestly, I don't think it's a very smart thing to do. I know this is an historical Chinese war chariot, but it doesn't seem very smart to have holes in the side of your more or less supposed to be armored chariot. But, that's how it is. Typical war chariot of the era, a guy with a spear or a polearm, a guy with a bow, and a guy driving, sighted wheels. You see those in Kingdom if you read that comic or that manga. You see those, the armies of Wei use them extensively. But even by that point, that particular kind of equipment was getting replaced by regular cavalry, which is just better than chariots in almost every situation. MegaMek is fun, but it always has its little problems because it's not a native app or anything. It's made. They've improved that the latest big upgrade. Not only are they putting some of the new playtest rules in, but the other big change that they're doing with it, they're starting to make it more native and more integrated, which is pretty useful for these kinds of things here. Any other game rule I need to change here? I don't think so. RNG type doesn't change much. I'm going to turn that on, actually. Just get a little thing there. Okay, I don't think there's anything else that I really need to mess with.
Okay. That's 6.
We've got you're needing 06. Do I have it anywhere?
It's their milestone,
Yeah,
so it is just
Okay, well, give me
available
a
for download.
I combed through my files and it wasn't there, so it got lost. Milestone. Here we go.
Yeah, so it's still available directly for download on their site. Good.
As a GZ, here goes.
All right. Might have to move a few things around, but it's MegaMek. Didn't need to put a slash there. Of course, it's not going to work.
Here's something to look at. The onerous attack VTOL is
Yeah.
supposed to be this Omni version of the Anhur transport, but
Mhm.
it doesn't have a transport version. None of its configs have an infantry bay.
But do they have regular transport?
They don't have an infantry compartment.
Okay, but it might be used as a transport and not a
Like,
infantry dropper.
this is a very nice, like, you've turned the Anhur into a gunship. That's very nice. But it's supposed to be a transport, and none of them have an infantry bay. You can put an infantry bay on it, and then they just did it.
There's a few odd things like that. But I mean, an helicopter going 9. No, it goes 812 with a
And then it
large
has
pulse
a
laser and an ATM 9 is going to be a bit of a problem.
and then it has the VTOL jet boosters, because that's something that they liked putting in the car cage.
But it's very good too. It compared to a lot of the movement upgrade things, that one's pretty darn good. It just works. It doesn't break. It doesn't mess up. It doesn't do anything. You know, it just kind of works, which is quite good. But of course, you are going to be side slipping like crazy if you use it, but use it in a straight line and you're good. Yes, MegaMek does support dropping elementals out of VTOLs, making a thing like the onerous. I mean, it doesn't have an infantry bay, but you don't care because the poor battle armor guys are just clamped to the side and praying for their dear life as the thing is going with his VTOL jet booster in a straight line.
I mean, it's an Omni. You could have a version that just carries battle armor. Really should have that.
But I mean, you can clamp them on the side. It's an Omni vehicle, so no need for anything fancier.
But because that's something that or is it Wolf Empire or Sea Fox came up with for
Sea Fox.
that and the Garuda. What if we just didn't stop building a 40-ton VTOL?
Mm. Well, a super heavy VTOL, the price just jumps up. If you look at the game rules, well, construction rules, I should say, the price just jumps up really crazy.
It's somehow also a bit cheaper than the Onerous Prime, so
Oh, God. Well, I mean, that might be through. You are quite right. The Garuda's a big boy helicopter. Streak 15, ER large.
in a turret.
Is the Streak 15 in a turret? No, I think it's only
No.
the laser and the tag that's in the turret. But the fact is, as a tag, is pretty nasty as well.
Because it does have the protection that you can't really make it stop.
Hmm? There's a few things. I mean, I would do with helicopters that would be very awful. I mean, didn't I made a warrior with a C3, which
Oh yeah,
is
there's
hilarious.
also there's another 15-ton VTOL that it's just a C3. Which one is that? Just the Crow? Yeah, Crow standard. It's just a C3 Slave, active probe, and ECM.
So
Two small
it's
lasers.
just a troll helicopter. That's what you're saying.
1320. It just exists to keep your C3 network together.
That's the H7B upgrade that has an ER medium. I might have written it up and never imported it in MegaMek. That might be what I did with that one.
Another one I tried to do because there's a Karnov gunship
Mm-hmm.
that just has the bumper sticking out the side.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to do that with the Anher. It's just like we don't have normal gunships, so let's just modify the Anher to stick a Hag 20 out the side of it.
Thunk. That's about the sound it would make.
Where's that picture that I have of an AC-20 training, and it's just on flight tracker, so you just see it circling one spot?
I mean, it'd be, what was it? They wanted to do that with a Huey in Vietnam. Basically, stick a 155 artillery gun on them. But they always had a single issue. Whenever you shot it, the helicopter had a tendency to move backwards and kind of crash or almost crash. So the idea was, a little bit put to the side.
I was inspired by how in nuclear option you'll have the tarantula that has a 76 millimeter sticking out the side of it, and because it's like an air cooled one, so you're just constantly trying to fly along in a tilt rotor. So imagine like an AC-130 combined with an Osprey.
I mean, VTOL's the base role for a VTOL is to spot for indirect fighter, Mr. Unrealist. So, or backstab people. That's why I don't like those helicopters with like long range guns and stuff like that. I mean, helicopter is very good at getting behind someone and just backstabbing. So, I understand the role of Gauss rifle on things like the Yasha and the other big helicopters, but this Karnov with 4 rocket launcher 20s and 6 rocket launcher 10 works perfectly fine as well. You just get behind someone, press the button, and leave.
Another important one is the heavy stealth version because of its the infantry base size.
Infantry compartment 4 tons, so you can stick a battle armor squad in.
Is it the BA or heavy stealth?
That's the heavy stealth, but it has 14 tons of regular cargo, which you could probably convert to infantry compartments.
Yeah, that should be all.
It's the battle armor stealth. You're the one you were thinking of with
Is
the
the
10-ton
10-ton
infantry compartment. So 2 centuries of two.
Or it's what you use to cart around your Ravagers.
There you
That's
go.
the only one you have that can do it.
Basically,
I thought the heavy stealth. I thought that was all just an infantry compartment. Is it just MegaMek that has it listed like that? Because I think I saw that somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. There's some crazy helicopters that.
Or where is it? Am I thinking? Is there a thing?
And your
It's
AP
not.
Gauss,
It's not here, is it? Yeah, it's
Balak.
here.
The Balak is also pretty good.
But it's also a lot of those other like clan VTOLs don't come in until like after the jihad.
Yeah, because they just didn't make enough vehicles for the clans in general. There's
They
my
have
battle buses.
so like clan invasion stuff. Most of the stuff that we have the Anher
Hmm.
and we have the Donan.
Yep, that's about
Now,
it.
what they would normally do is they would have just a lot of the royal versions of their VTOLs, and that's going to be fun because I remember seeing people just like, hey, let's see what kind of cool tanks and VTOLs we can bring in the clan invasion era, and then they start naming things that are clan exclusive.
Hmm.
Like I think it's the Cryono Royal.
Hmm.
Wait, what's it? What else is Royal one? There's one that is just a flying large pulse laser.
I mean, is there any other thing that you really need?
Yeah. Nightshade, ECM flying large pulse laser. Wow, this is a really nice VTOL. It's clan exclusive. They're the only ones who have it. Same with the Von Luckner.
Hmm.
The Von Luckner Royal, it's clan exclusive. So you just come into your clan second line units.
And they have that old thing lugging around, being nasty.
Yeah,
Battle
we got
bus transport
another.
chopper, which allows you to carry battle mechs to the where you want need to bring them. That's the big upgrade version. Ferrolamellar, anti-personnel Gauss in order to protect yourself. 4 lift oist to just bring the mechs up, and a VTOL booster to be fast enough to bring them where you need to drop them.
Unfortunately, MegaMek doesn't support this under its rules, but
I know, but that's how it would work.
because that's what the Tobo is supposed to do
Hmm.
under tabletop rules.
Oh, there's the Warriors C with ATMs and C3 slaves. Medium pulse laser, 2 ATM 3s, and a C3 slave. And it's an Omni helicopter, of course.
Omnify a warrior.
Hey, that's what you do when you're the clans in exile. 3 AP Gauss, 2 SRM4. That's a.
Actually, make like a proper C version of some of those royal
Hmm.
VTOLs they had around. Because they had their Ripper Royal.
Those are basically the helicopters you stick one normal person in, and the other ones. The main pilot would need to have a specialized. I haven't created a specialized helicopter with a C3 master. Those are the drones you bring with your C3 master. I'd have to create an helicopter
Make a
for the C3
Ripper,
master.
maybe a
How big's the
Ripper
Ripper?
10 tons.
No, no, no. You won't be able to fit a C3 master in that.
If
C3
there's like a
masters are
C upgrade.
huge. C3 are huge. That's part of the problem.
We would have,
Nightshade's 30 tons.
yeah, Night Root at 25 tons. And Nightshade Royal, but it already has the ECM suite. And then like another half ton of cargo. Flying large pulse laser. But if we made a proper C version,
Well, it's not really a proper C version. I mean, it's for you guys to use.
yeah, it would be of the inner because it uses the inner sphere large pulse laser. So using Clan Tech one would give us a bit more weight. And
You
dropping the ECM and the half ton of cargo. Maybe.
can we trying to think here?
Or just another version of the Antler. A command
Yeah.
Antler. I mean, it's supposed to be It kind of makes sense though because the Anther is a Cobra 2C.
There we go. I think that'd be the idea.
And it was the idea to bring the Cobra because there's a version of it with 7 tons of comms equipment.
Mm-hmm. I might actually go with the Honurus and make a custom out of, because the
Yeah.
thing is, for those I can just
Would we
use
have them
a.
though? Because that's
Not really.
yeah, that's a Dark Ages inner sphere kind of one. So the idea being that we have
Yeah.
these antlers and we're just constantly modifying them because we don't have anything else.
All
That
right,
was
let's open up the Annuar.
That was my idea behind making a gunship version of it.
Yeah. Well, let's. It is still not that tough. Mixed clan, an unofficial. Let's go with the really weird stuff. 3145. Let's
So
just
you
put that
have
down.
standard stuff. How is
Well, we'd go with ferrolamellar because we don't want the rotor to go to shit.
so it's just your Shadowcat and Grendels that don't have their Bioroid versions.
Yeah, it don't make sense for.
Well, they
human
need to
pilots
because
be
they need to
pilot.
have the C3 connection to the Bioroids.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, but we've delayed long enough.
No, it's okay. I'm quickly messing with something here. C3 Master is huge.
Also, there is no Bioroid version of the Shadowcat and Grendel.
Yeah, that's why you make one.
Those would be.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah. Got 4 tons left. Up the armor. Well, basically brought the armor back to what it was, but it's ferrolamellar. It has an XL engine because, well, it gets expensive. I mean, I would protect it decently. 4 tons.
It does have a fusion engine, so you can use energy weapons.
Yeah. Where is the GAC2? What are those things?
Unofficial.
Gatling AC2s? They're for protomech-sized weapons. Oh, the range are.
They're for mech assault, probably.
Yeah, but they're not.
Or a shrapnel comic.
Okay, at those weights, they're RTUs. Okay. AP Gauss. Where are you, AP Gauss?
Shrapnel does comics now?
I haven't had time to mess with shrapnel all that much, so. An AP Gauss on each side. I mean, it would be your command helicopter here. Because you guys might have to help out people that have those things, because you have that in your current cluster. You have that group of Bioroid helicopters and friends, so. Because you are dropping on Blantleff with probably one of the more psychotic members of Clan Steel Viper, who is your commander, and he is kind of asking you to be nice and take that particular piece of land here. It's literally a bunch of farms. That's where your commander-in-chief decided to put that guy because, well, he doesn't trust them all that much for some reason, right? So, armor, put yourself as starting southeast, 3 X's and Druth, put yourself as starting south, the opposite. So someone on southeast, someone on southwest, basically.
Okay,
3 X's.
Bigger player. Armor, you're going on southeast.
Yep.
And okay.
Wolverine 2C Bioroid. That's the one with way too much reflective armor, right? Yeah, that's the reflective armor piece of crap. Okay, you're the quick guy, while the other guy's the slow guy. Okay. Like I said, you basically have to blow up 60% of my units. Well, reduce my BV by 60% by turn 10. So you will have to be a little bit aggressive.
Ready?
All right, so we're just going to click done.
Yep.
Let's go.
Well, I think the thing is, I think two of us are Canadians, so we can't really be to a no king march because we have a king. That's part of the problem.
My leadership is measured in 12 gauges and freedom.
How many eagles per gallon of beer is that?
How many glazed donuts per football field?
Glazed donuts per football field. That's another good way of putting it. On field artillery, show us that you can maybe be useful. But let's not laugh too much because there are currently no king's protests in Sweden and England.
Sweden has a king, though.
Yes, that is the hilarious part of it. All right.
Do any of your units have pulse lasers or machine guns?
Just one turn, thank you. There we go.
Yeah, the Wolverine 2C and the Shadowhawk might be able to get on top of that field gun.
Yeah, I'm almost done with the Grey Death Legion trilogy, and that made me want to try out the Wolverine more.
The Wolverine is decent enough until you have to do some piloting skill roll checks because of that cramped cockpit. Cramped cockpit doesn't look bad until, shit start happening. Then things are really, really, really bad.
Oh well, glad that bioroids are expendable.
Death. Well, I don't think the 2C is the cramped cockpit, actually.
Oh, interesting.
I'd have to check again. But I mean, with the number of other things that it has,
it just has extended torso twist.
Yeah. They realize that, the pilot might want to be comfy and be able to bring a hot beverage in his mech, which you don't have in a cramped cockpit or a small cockpit.
Refrigerated cup holders, and do be careful with this machine 007.
Come on, Marians. You can do it. Still need to deploy?
Yep.
Okay, I have to deploy a group of Marauders.
So it's just those two IS standards that have claws.
They're the only ones that can swarm you, yeah.
This open field is going to make things interesting.
I mean, it's farmland, so I wouldn't expect it to have too much, terrain.
Right.
The nice bocage and stuff from France is because of, 1,000 years of farming. You wouldn't have that in any other location, especially in BattleTech.
Well, no, of course not.
I know people like to fight in these kinds of locations, but that's not how real life ends up working. I mean, if you've been farming, industrial farming, which is what you would mostly be using in these situations for 200, 300 years, well, it'll look like the American Midwest more than France.
Where's that picture of the politician who's like flying over the country and he looks down and sees the farm's like, wow, why does it look like that?
Because you're an idiot.
He's never seen a farm before. Food just spawned to the supermarket, right?
Well, yeah. Geez, that's the only way it can. But I mean, it's very funny if you go over Quebec rather than the American Midwest or the Prairie States, because in Quebec it was seigneurie instead of the things. So rather than squares, it's a bunch of rectangles
It's all strips
for the
connected to
farms.
the river.
Yeah, it's a bunch of strips connected to a river instead. And it is still like that because, well, most of those are more or less, historical and still in shapes. So légionnaire, vous êtes la honte de l'armée romaine.
It's a big open field. The preferred range that I want to be away from the enemy is about 3 hexes.
Well, you've got ags on your stuff, so yeah.
But not that. But I mean, like, most of your units have minimum ranges.
Yes. Myrmidons have regular PPCs. And the Goblin's got a large laser, so it has no minimum. The Testudo's got a minimum range of like 3,600 meters because it's a Thunderbolt. It's the Thunderbolt 20 version of the Testudo, not the Arrow 4 version. So it is more accurate, technically.
I'm gonna have to rely on my speed.
Yep.
I mean, if you're supposed to be the mobile guys, be mobile.
Gotta go fast.
I mean, it works until it doesn't. That's the problem with mobility. It works until someone kicks you and you fall, which is what BattleTech is all about in the end.
You have 2 7-11 sevens.
Jeez. My fastest mech is a 6.9, I think, with the commandos. Everything else is slow here.
And they're not the Blazing Inferno commandos, which I'm really surprised those are standard pretty much without the hairs.
I mean, I've got the Marion We Love to Have rocket launcher commando here.
Yeah.
Hey, but it's the better version with ER medium lasers as backup. Okay, so it can actually reach you when problems start. I didn't check if I had a lot of command mechs or whatever, but I do have a Marauder and an Orion, so I should be able to win some initiatives. Of course, I lose the first one, but...
All right, time for a cola.
Okay, let me just... 3,
Just.
6, 7.
That's a lot of ECMs that won't do much against me because I'm not bringing a whole lot of fancy equipment. But
Okay, we'll see if that works next turn.
Oh yeah, turning on the Novas. I can't remember how Elkite said you could set it up to start.
Yeah, before the game starts.
Something about a command that you have to type in too, I think.
Yeah.
the cheap little Ravagers. They're not even that expensive to put down. So they are quite reasonable.
They're just a brick.
Yeah. I mean, stick them in a building. They're just not going to die. Or you can actually use them aggressively.
It's just transporting them. I mean, they did spring for more speed on them, as far as battle armor is concerned.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you were playing battle troops, I wouldn't want to meet one of those things in a dark corner. Because my guy with an assault rifle will not be able to go through an entire Ravager on his own.
At least as far as battle troops is concerned. They do have a battle claw, which they can't make swarm attacks against mechs, but they can use them against other targets.
Yeah. And that probably with a battle claw they can grab on a mech, so they are carryable by omnis.
No, not the Marauders.
Not the Ravagers?
Or not the Ravagers.
I'd have to check.
They're assault battle armor. They
Okay.
can't be mechanized.
Okay.
Swarm, leg, mechanized. No.
Ugh. Makes it a little bit more difficult.
Which is why I was thinking that, like, that Karnov that has a 10-turn transport bay is so important for them.
Yeah.
Because I think it's the only one that the Marines get them that could transport them.
Oh, you have a few vehicles that can probably
That have
transport
a
them.
10-ton transport bay?
Probably.
Because most Intersphere ones would have 8.
Yeah, true. That's what happens when you're silly.
Or there was an Intersphere...
Come on. He fell. He fell by going through a building instead of around. That's my fault, but...
That's what he gets for trying to be cool.
Yeah. Let's try not to go through buildings. Especially since they're my buildings, so I shouldn't be wrecking them.
Someone's getting his pay docked.
At least there wasn't a basement in the building. Because that would have made things even funnier. Because you fall 2 levels instead of 1. The Goblin, one of the better medium tanks. It does very well in its particular category of being medium. Myrmidon. Myrmidon is also really good. Solid medium tank. Not super fast, but it has a PPC, which is usually all you really want.
And then there was the alternative configuration that I didn't really like.
Oh, there's a few.
The ones the Marines would use, the one with the rockets on it.
Yeah, let's add more rockets. Yes, that's a
Which
brilliant
is another thing.
All the rockets.
Because these are supposed to be less trained units, and you want to give them purposely inaccurate weapons.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Same with like the MRM. Let's give all of our militias a weapon that's less accurate and requires more skill to use.
And the Marauder decided to also take a nap. Okay.
You ran on the road.
Ow. He's 3-4, for fuck's sake. The Commando going through a building and crashing, I fully understand, but the Marauder sliding and falling? Come on. with a better pilot in it. All right. I'm messing up already.
Great start. We haven't gotten to the firing phase.
We haven't gone into firing phase. I have 2 guys that are already damaged. All right. I think someone needs to press done.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Tags. I'm not going to tag anything. Honestly, the Marauder should take off its tag and has armor instead. I think that would be a better investment. $14 is not a number I can roll. Those are in long range. 13. 13 is a bit too high. Can't really shoot with these guys. That's a 13. That's a 13.
Okay, how does the...
So those will be 13s as well. No, that's 15. Are you in a better position? But still 13s.
False alarm.
False alarm?
Yeah, I thought I messed something up and skipped all the firing. No, I just hit the next unit button. That doesn't mess anything up.
Just far enough that I can't do anything useful. Okay, I can shoot at that Grendel. Chances to it are pathetic, but pathetic is better than nothing. Hey, 11. That's a number I can technically roll. Those everything are out of range. Everything is out of range. On the battle armors. Those guys are just hiding. Can the large lasers reach anything reasonable? That's a 12. That can be technically a number you can roll on on 2d6. Hey, 10? That's even better. I've got a few things I can shoot at 10. With the Myrmidons and the Goblins. So we will try that. You don't have anything in range. Thunderbolt 20. An 11. That's a number. Marauder is on the ground. He'll need to get up next turn. Bombardier. Is the Bombardier any good? It really varies. Some people say they are not good, and some people say they are okay. Oops. One of the field guns decided not to fire. Oh, well. There's a whole lot of lines, but that doesn't mean there's a whole lot of things that are going to happen. With 10s and 12s to it, I don't think my side's going to do a whole lot of damage. All right. Survey says... Almost at the point of survey says. All right, what do we see?
That ought to do it.
Is there already nasty numbers showing up? Well, there's an ERPPC that just hit a Centurion in the center torso. I don't think turn 1 should be that bad. Well, one of the Shadow Cat doing a little bit of damage on the Commando.
They're both fast, boys.
Oh, well, uh, the Myrmidon's SRM6 decides to take a break. An Ultra AC-10 doing a potential crit, but nothing. Okay. But it does peel off some armor. So turn 1 hasn't been devastating as compared to what happened in some of the other games we had lately. It might be a good thing. Now, try not to kick your own people. It's usually a good thing to not kick your own people.
Not a bit.
Skip.
Even though I've done it this leg of the campaign, we've done it already. Shooting and kicking our own people have been things that have been happening.
Get out of the way!
Grendel. All right. I think you need to click done.
Yep, you're right. I keep forgetting.
Well, there's a lot of done to click, so it is understandable. Okay. Okay, I won that one. Okay.
And the Nova's working now.
Okay. Now very nasty things are going to start happening. Okay.
Oh, you better believe it.
Well, it's just connections. It just lets you hit me better.
Actually, I think I will do that.
Okay. Let me try to figure out where I need to go now. Basically dealt no damage. Yeah.
This thing. There we go. A roll of 0 or higher to avoid mask failure. Basically,
Yeah,
it's
the first turn of
impossible
mask
to
is
fail.
free, so I give the first turn of masks free because they're already a bit weird to mess with. So
Yeah, I
go
haven't
there.
had much opportunity to test it out at the physical table either.
That's another thing I think with the rule change might actually be a lot better or a decent improvement because you're not going to be blowing your actuators all the time when you fail. Which is actually not a bad thing. All right, try to get up and get in the right position, please. Okay, he didn't fall over again, which could have been a pretty major issue.
Yeah. If you could just not fall, that'd be great.
I managed to print a dragon from the kit of models I bought on STLs. Too much detail on it, meaning that I lost a foot and a bit of the beard in the back of the dragon. Ed, it's a Chinese dragon.
For a second there, I thought you meant the dragon mech.
No, it's the Chinese dragons have that frill, usually behind their head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it doesn't clean up nice on a PLA printer, or even I think pretty sure even on a resin printer I would have had a hard time with it.
Oh,
That's the problem with a lot of those models. We see the 3D STLs for them, but we don't see like the end result. People don't print the end result all that often. I'm doing that little demon at the bottom right now, the Yaksha. 12 hours of print. I thought it'd be small. No, it is freaking huge.
mm.
But the reason I bought this kit is really the Chinese archers and Chinese crossbowmen, which our friends at G Dubs have not put or created yet, or at least have models for yet. Because I kind of want to have archers, especially crossbowmen, in a Chinese military unit. You know, yes, I probably will be playing my own game with it rather than the than Old World. But even if I do play Old World, I'll be able to tell people like, yeah, those are just regular soldiers with regular crossbows. Nothing fancy.
Counts as.
All right. You guys haven't moved much of your units left yet, so I don't have a clean idea of where I'm supposed to go.
Forward.
Yeah, well, that's not much else I can really do. Except with that bombardier, I'm just going to stick it in the back and wait for things to happen. That's what bombardiers do. It's like a bad version of the. It's basically that. It's a bad version of your archer. It is really weird.
It went for more missiles.
Not even. Well, yeah, the standard one is an extra SRM4. I'm not sure it really is worth it to put an extra SRM4 on the back of someone.
SRM4
And an anti-missile. And an anti-missile system. True, we have to admit it has an anti-missile system.
I mean, it'll keep up with the dragon.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I prefer the archer.
It goes in the cavalry lance.
Yes, it's your fire support. That's the thing about the dragon. The LRM-10 on it, I'd probably swap out for an SRM-6 in every situation. That's what I do when I play MechWarrior 5. But I mean, the best dragon period is the one with the AC-20 from MechWarrior 5.
The Sidewinder.
Yeah, that thing is fun.
Isn't it also faster? So it's a
yes. It can have a mask. It's basically a Grand Dragon. So.
See, when I think of a mech with a grand name like Dragon, that's a little more what I'm thinking of, not something with a dinky little AC-5.
The regular Dragon, as soon as you swap out the AC-5 for an AC for a PPC, it becomes a much improved particular mech, right?
Sounds like it would to me.
But all the ballistic and long-range missile weapons on combat vehicles.
In combat vehicles need those kind of things, so it's
because
normal.
Free heat. So you don't need to worry about the heat sinking. Because
exactly. Swap the AC-5 with an LB-5 and keep the LRM. Drop the rear laser for C3 Slave. That's what I would call a standard upgrade, like the ones I keep making. To be quite honest, it would work fairly well.
Krita does have a number of the C3 options. Like, what is it? The Komodo?
Yeah. No, there's quite a few different things you can with the Dragon with C3s that exist. So
I mean, perfect. You have a C3 master in your dragon. There's your company commander, anyways.
There you go. And he's fast enough to keep it protected. You know.
Okay, look, you're fast enough to get out of danger. You don't need to always necessarily run into danger all the time.
I failed my tag check.
I'll have you know that I was baiting them on purpose.
Ha ha.
The commando's going to
Bait.
get kicked. Phoenix Hawk should hopefully be fine. Does it have a good TMM?
Well,
Okay,
like Prof over there was saying, that's a version of the Phoenix Hawk that wants to get in there and punch stuff.
yes, but you also need to not die in the process.
Which is not always certain. Yes. That's a Centurion. Power extreme.
The window with all the weapons in it has a weird thing going on where every time you click the fire button, it jumps down to the bottom of the screen.
Resize it. Sometimes just resizing the window fixes that problem.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Commando. Surprisingly, might be better shooting at something else than the guy you're right behind. Yep. Maybe I was baiting you as well.
It's a mystery.
Just like evolution. Evolution is a mystery.
Okay, so which mech do I think is going to evaporate this turn?
The commandos. They're commandos. What else can they really do? Well, one of the commandos also going to generate about 24 points of overeating. So that one is probably going to have problems.
He's doing his job.
While shooting 100 rockets, yeah, he's doing his job. You guys are just a little bit out of range still. You are eyeing. Gobo.
There we go.
Gubbo. I mean, you've got no reason not to try. Testudo. Ultra 10. I see my own Whitworth. Maybe I should shoot my own Whitworth. No, that is not a very good plan, is it?
Unless you're going to use it as a bomb.
I'm going to use it as a bong. No. Marauder. Do you see anything reasonable?
Those are weapons in the torso. Oh, in the torso. Okay.
Crap. Oh, no, I did bring clusters. Okay. I never remember if I bring clusters or not, so. I mean, that Shadowhawk 2C is having a lot of people shoot at it. Like, a whole lot of people shoot at it. Field guns on the Wolverine.
Laser, laser, laser.
There is a... There's going to be a whole lot more shooting and a lot more blowing up this turn, I am sure.
You have a lot of jump. Start jumping.
That's the plan.
Yeah, I did do a video on the dragon at the start of this year or the start of last year. I can't even remember. For the year of the dragon, which is the new. Okay, Shadowhawk 2C Lagomorph, an LRM 15 for very few missiles, an LB 10. I mean, I've spread a bit of damage on there. Thunderbolt doing really not much, but an ER medium did it. Oops. Well, one of the Centurion ELUs is already in trouble.
Whoops, I didn't expect the first 2 hits to kill it.
Literally, like, vaporized.
Those just directly to the center torso that was already compromised.
Yeah, very, very sad. But well, I mean, in terms of luck, yeah, that sounds about right. Shadowcat, it's with an ER medium. Well, my Centurions are shooting at things, at least. The enhanced LRMs are doing enhanced LRM things.
And being enhanced LRMs.
Meaning that they have less of a minimum range. No, not no minimum range, just less of one. Literally, if you wanted to improve a thing, enhanced LRMs just remove the minimum range on them. Even with the increased weight and everything, I think it would be more reasonable as an upgrade.
That would have been quite a few missiles if it wasn't for the ECN.
Mm.
The -4 malice to clustering.
Geez, I need 8s to it, and I miss with everything. You know, the standard. An LRM 10. Commando. ER medium. SRM 4. Not a whole lot. Commando on Wolverine. That's the fun one. How many rockets actually did connect is the question. 12, 5, so 17 rockets in total. That is pathetic. And I needed 8 to it, so of course I'm going to miss it. Centurion getting more shots in.
Which
And
is weird
missing
because
everything.
17 rockets hit doesn't sound all that pathetic at all.
It's 17 points of damage. It's not much. Whitworth. Hey! The MRM's finally it. Not doing much, but the MRM's finally it.
2 pilot hits. That's really good.
Well, it's on a bioroid. You just give them extra Tylenol in its bloodstream. Oh, well, one of the Centurion just had the right limb blown off by a medium pulse laser. Grendel, it's the Commando, pretty nasty. Oh, it's just a glancing blow on a Commando, which has narrow profile, meaning an ERPPC it dealing 3 points of damage.
Curse you, narrow profile.
It got close to them and still took off 3 points.
One large laser it, a PPC it, some SRMs it. Myrmidon aft movement. Okay. No, -1 movement. Oh, it's not bad. Then another minor driver it, and Myrmidon. Oh, actually going through the arm of that Shadowhawk 2C. Sport PPCs. I needed 13s to it. I was just clicking the button. Oh, the Thunderbolt 20 doing good Thunderbolt 20 things. That's a... Oops. Well, one of the Commando just almost lost a leg. That's another bad thing. 1 ER large and the LB5 hitting on the Lagomorph. Bombardier dealing a little bit more damage on that Shadowhawk 2C. The Wolverine getting hit by almost no pellets from the field guns. And then an okay amount. Okay, that's okay. Oh, blew off the SRM, one of the Streak SRM2s. Okay.
So yeah, jump back and dump the ammo.
Streak SRM2.
Yeah. You can do that in your. Actually, I don't think you can jump and dump ammo at the same time, but you will need to jump back and dump ammo later,
Well, why would I want to dump ammo?
so it doesn't explode on you. It just blew off both of your streaks, or maybe it hit.
No, you have 4, don't you? No, the one with 4 is the Griffin that has 4 missile launchers. It is Centurion falling over. Commando stands up. Everybody else is standing up. We're having like champs here. Nobody's fallen down.
Let's see.
Quite impressive.
Okay. Yeah, it blew off both the streaks, so don't get hit in the back, but you can dump that streak ammo so it doesn't blow up on you.
Yeah, you're talking in the Shadowhawk, ain't you?
The Wolverine 2C.
Well, first thing, it's gonna punch some stuff.
It's the Wolverine 2C. It has a streak ammo, but the launcher's broke.
Yeah, launcher's broke. Might as well dump the ammo.
Honestly, I'm not a fan of rockets in general. They're efficient for the tonnage, but since they have a +1 to it at all time, like MRMs, they end up not as good as you would want. So one of my commando manages to whiff with a kick on a much larger mech. The other one does hit the Wolverine, and it breaks through the armor because reflective armor is just not very good against that. Oh,
Got punched in the head twice.
Got punched in the head twice. That's unpleasant.
3 times.
Three punches to the head. Like that's not a good a good time here. Hey, but he succeeded his consciousness roll,
and then failed the heat roll.
Well, I mean, he was overeating at 23. Of course, he was gonna fall down. Of course, he was gonna shut down here.
Now, ammo dumping is done in the shooting phase, right?
Yes. But I don't think you can jump and dump ammo at the same time, which is kind of what you want to do. Because if you get hit in the back while you're dumping ammo, the ammo bins are open.
Yeah, it was very funny when it happened to my brother a couple months back. I was playing against them, and it happened, and it was very funny.
I am planning on jumping out of there anyway, so we'll find out. Yeah, that immobile commando has a lot of heat to dump.
And not a lot of heat sinks to do it with.
He's not moving, so it should be an easy hit.
It's not like it's worth a whole lot of BV either, but 713 with ferrofibrous armor. I haven't hit the Heavy Lance a whole lot. The Heavy Star a whole lot. Yeah, I did hit one of the Shadowhawk 2Cs, a decent amount though. At least there's that.
Jump, darn you.
Yeah, I didn't put the 1 ton of infantry into goblins. don't think that would have made a huge difference.
You have to come up with some custom units, I think is the best way to do that. To fit the tonnage.
I mean, it's meant to be a Bradley, so it's basically what the Goblin is. It's a Bradley with a large laser instead of the autocannon. Oh, it doesn't have the missile pod because you need to add weapons on your APCs. All right, I don't really have a choice. What is the CF on those buildings? CF 15. Okay, they're not the paper tin buildings I had to deal with last time. So I can maybe at least put battle armors on top of them.
Remind me what CF stands for.
Construction factor basically tells you how tough a building is. CF 15 is going to break fairly easily. You can put 15 tons on top of it. So a battle armor squad that's 5 tons, you'll be fine. But what happened is with
you see that bridge in the upper left corner that has a CF of 90? Don't have like 100 tons worth of mechs or tanks go over that in a single turn.
Because it'll fall down, and if you're a tank, you're going to die. And if you're a mech, you fall into the death acid, which is water.
I think there was an option that actually told you when you're trying to move a unit if the building can take your weight.
I'd have to check, but I think you're right. I lost a Centurion. Centurion and a half, to be precise.
Oh, those little red bars are the heat. Oh shit, I thought that... Oh, right. Derp.
If you want to see if something moves, it's you got the L bars and then the movement bar is underneath.
And you've also got their name, which will be blue if they haven't done anything yet.
Yep. I mean, I'm trying to figure out like what I can do, but from the middle of those field, that Bombardier has a pretty good field of vision. Oh, but the Artemis are always going to get fucked up by your ECMs.
Yep. Ugh. You have Artemis. Doesn't matter. Everything is ECM.
Yeah. Hey, at least I can say I have them.
At least it's not fast cam.
Inferno SRMs work at all time, Major. There's no situation where an Inferno SRM is an issue. It's always good.
You're shooting at an oversynced mech.
This is the fancy Marauder. It's the 3M with the good equipment on it.
Oh, no.
The 3M is one of the better Marauders, to be quite nice here.
Uh-oh. We're going to be kicking.
Yeah, but you don't have reflective armor. Some of my mechs do. Then again, the Orion might fall down before it gets to kicking. You never know.
Welcome
That's
to
the
the
thing
laser light show. Let's see how this goes.
with the number of pulse lasers you have on those things. What do you guys still have to move? Shadowcat to Grendel. I still have the Centurion to Panther and a Whitworth. That Whitworth does run a little bit odd, unfortunately, but it's not terrible.
Aha.
With Evie Pharaoh, it does survive more hits than a regular Whitworth.
Yeah, heavy barrel. Wait a minute. I guess you do have the crit space for it.
It's pretty cheap for a like modern mech. That particular Whitworth 2H. No, fancy things altogether. Can you get up? No. He couldn't get up. And he blew his arm off. Nice job.
That's
Needed a
basically the mech
4 to
version
get
of
up, and
sleeping
you
on your
managed
arm
to
the wrong
fail
way.
that.
Excellent. So, where do I want to move to? How dangerous are those Ravagers going to be?
Heavy recoilless rifles are pretty darn good as a weapon. So there's an arm ear and a dead mech there. And the arm that's ear is because the guy tried to get up and the arm fell off. Congratulations. That's the Panther. Better stay aggressive on the smaller mechs. Might give me a kill or two. I haven't tried the laser inhibiting Aero 4s yet, let's say. I mean, that combined with reflective armor is really nice, I know, but I mean, the problem with Aero 4 is that they need to land and they need to start doing stuff. So it's not always as good as you would think it is. If there was laser inhibiting Thunderbolts, that I would really like to use instead. But unfortunately, there's no specialty ammo for Thunderbolts yet. They need to invent some, and then we'll be able to have a lot of fun with it.
Now, narrow profile is a quirk that the Commando has, right?
Yep. Same with the Marauder for some reason. But,
Crabs.
trying to think here. The shooting phase is where I will actually have to start thinking. Like, I was expecting to shoot the Phoenix Hawk last turn, but the two mediums had much better chances to hit, so I just shot at the mediums.
Oh, gotta keep line of sight open.
All right. At least he didn't fall down and then, bonk himself, couldn't move, which would have been quite a bit of a problem.
You talking about that commando that overheated?
No, the Centurion that got up and almost didn't get up. I understand why the Marauder has attacked because of the Testudo tanks, but not always sure it's the best idea. Well, the LRM-15 is not going to hit at that range. That is for certain. All right. Done. Thunderbolt. Not in a great position either. The 15's not going to hit. The SRM-2 might. So. Got better chance to hit this guy, so I'll shoot at that guy. This commando. Let's go after the Wolverine. Has more chances to hit. Panther. It's an 8. That'd be an 11. 12. All right, well, I guess I'm shooting at the Shadow Hawk, at the Phoenix Hawk. At the fat Phoenix Hawk, to be precise. Do I go over 5? I will go over 5, just in case. Ravagers.
No, you were right, Armor. You can't jump and dump ammo.
Yeah.
It was worth
Get into position and then walk back or dump ammo next turn. Before the armor blows through.
Yeah, I didn't move that goblin to a good spot. Didn't know exactly what was going to happen. This one's in a better spot, though.
You're a little spoiled for targets here.
I can shoot in the rear to Phoenix Hawk with this guy. It's actually not a bad idea. It's a 9. That's a 10. All right, well, we'll shoot that way. The auto rifles don't reach, unfortunately. Okay, the Ultra 10 no longer sees anything useful, I think. It can hit the Phoenix Hawk. Same with the Thunderbolt, though chances are low, but... have the Marauder do Marauder things. With 2 ER large and 2 ER mediums, it doesn't even overeat. That's wonderful. That is fantastic, even. Let's see what I can shoot at. That's useful. That's not useful. So not. I've got higher chances to hit this one. So let's throw some LRMs that way. LB10s do something an LB10 does. Field guns are a little bit weird, but they do the trick. Survey says Orion doing an awful job. Ed Bonk with a cluster. Okay. Something did happen. Two ERPPCs hit. Ouch.
And then it gets lucky because none of it went into the torso regions.
Went a little bit all over the place, yeah.
Into the legs. All into the legs.
Mm-hmm. Shadowcat not doing much. Thunderbolt 5 SU, a little bit of damage. Not super good, not super terrible.
It's going to add up.
Yeah, well, that's the goal. Commando poking at the Wolverine. An ER large laser going internal on the Orion.
And then nothing else wants to take this spot.
Panther doing a bit of damage. The Centurion looking really rough. Whitworth doing a grand total of 1 point of damage with an MRM. Wow. Oh, the Ravager.
Those 3 missiles hit.
The Ravager's doing some good job with the rockets.
Yep. Ooh. Crit on the leg. And that's through armor crit. That's...
Oh, lost my right arm on the Marauder.
Bad crappo.
And a Commando just add a bit of a detonation. More hit than the Thunderbolt.
After being punched in the head, it took an Ultra 10 to the head.
Jeez.
Oh, look, it pilot ejected safely, so...
At least he got lucky. Myrmidon, motive it. More motive its. Even more motive its. The PPC's not working. That's not a good sign. LB5 doing 3 pellets and an ER large doing 1 it. Bombardier did it. Field guns, field gunnings. Orion decides to take a nap. Same with the Viper.
Fell down, didn't knock it out.
Nothing blew up. Well, the Commando blew up, but you know, it's a Commando. I mean,
expected.
It's a Commando. I kind of expect the Commando to blow up. So there won't be any kicking in that region over there with the Viper and the Orion.
And that, oh.
Well, none of the commandos on my side blew up, which is funny.
No, one of them is that if you click done, you'll see it blow up.
Oh, God.
There you go.
You put an Ultra 10 through its head.
It generally has that kind of... my Whitworth is not kicking my own Commando, so we can ignore that.
Yeah.
We are turn 4. I haven't lost much, but it's starting to show.
One bit at a time.
I mean, when you start losing limbs, you start taking damage in very nasty places because that limb protects your other parts of your body.
Okay, let's get this out of the way first. Run, run, run!
You're not immobile. The field guns are doing what they're meant to do, so at least there's that. And they have a defensive point of battle armor with them, so that also helps. That's the one with the jammed PPC.
PPCs can jam?
Well, no, it's basically the turret's damaged.
PPC malfunctioned.
Removed.
What do we have here? A viewer bot, that's what we've got.
We got the bots.
I always get 1 or 2 per stream on the Twitch side. No, never get anything on the YouTube side for bots, but for the Twitch side, I almost always get at least 1.
Weird.
No, because Twitch is bot central. It's literally bot central.
Yeah, looking on Twitch, just the only comments are just like view botting.
I have very big doubts that Twitch is really anything other than a money laundering scheme at this point.
Social media was a mistake.
No, it's okay, but Twitch, it's the way Twitch operates that is really a problem. And I am almost certain that a Sandpiker and his friends kick back the people at the top of Twitch for a lot of stuff. And there's likely a lot of very unsavory things going on with that. I don't have proof, but looking at the numbers, things get very janky, let's say.
You did hear what happened at TwitchCon?
What happened at TwitchCon this time?
They told the woman she couldn't have her security, and she got attacked.
Of course she did. Of course she did.
Now, is this better or worse than last time when they just put out a layer of foam blocks on the floor and crippled someone? Crippled multiple people.
Yeah, good lord, Twitch. I mean, I understand why Hassan wouldn't want to go to TwitchCon. I mean, it's too dangerous to go there. All the people I watch on Twitch on my side are all like small or medium-sized streamers. They don't have any issues. They don't have any weird things going on. And they're all like, yeah, I don't want to go to TwitchCon. I don't want to do that thing or this thing. They're all like that.
And then, of course, there's a number of YouTubers that are like, yeah, if I go to TwitchCon, they're going to be like, and this is full legal name at full legal address.
Yeah. Let's see. Not the best place and not the best people. Does my Centurion have both of his arms gone or just one at this point? Centurion that's left, I should say. Oh, he's got one arm that's hanging on by tots and prayers. Okay. Oh, the torso's hanging on by tots and prayers as well. Thoughts and prayers to see. That's when you pray to the founder.
By Kerensky's bald head.
By Kerensky's balls. Oh no, that's different. It's the globules. All right, Commando. It just has a bonk on the head and decent damage to like everything. Okay.
Come to think of it, though, I bet when clanners are praising Kerensky, they're talking about Nick, not Alex.
Depends. Really depends. The founder is Nick, little Nicky, but they also have a veneration for Alexander, so it really depends.
The Orion 2C, as much as it is an albatross around your neck.
Poor Andery, that guy was basically little Nicky's punching bag.
He was real life's punching bag.
My headcanon is that he survived and joined the Wolverines.
What?
Because he piloted that exterminator, right? You know, the stealth mech that they never found.
No, they found it. It was wrecked. It was completely wrecked when they found it. If Andre survived, someone got into his mech and piloted for him, basically. You have to try to take out something.
Really gunning for that Viper.
I mean, it has 0 TMM. I'm going to be shooting at it. There you go. And we're not clanners, so on our side, we're okay with, ganging up.
Well, you did say in this invasion, Steel Viper's not playing by the rules anymore.
I mean, you're fighting Marians. They play by the rules even less. So
I still read that speech he wrote that Hartford Zolman gave, and I still imagine him with Andrew Ryan's voice from BioShock.
And I imagine him with Peter Griffin's voice. No, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work.
That would be hilarious, though. See, now I want to go back and read that speech in that voice. That would be funny.
Was it that, apparently Lovecraft's voice had that high, nasally voice, almost like Peter Griffin?
Yes, that is hilarious as well.
H.P. Lovecraft?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
yeah,
he was from that region. Yeah, and he has the look of someone who'd have a funny voice. So, all right.
Also, isn't one of his books end with like the Marines coming in and shooting everyone, which is a very what a more cosmic horror end like that.
Well, that was Shadow of Innsmouth.
Yeah.
Well, they also they basically try to blow up the undersea realm of the bad guys.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I got a coffee with Monopoly on it. Ooh, Monopoly coffee. Got Niagara Falls.
Ooh, right. That's why you're too slow. You have to strike hit.
Oh boy, Toronto Airport. I'd rather go to Niagara Falls than Toronto. No, actually, Niagara Falls nowadays is awful. I went in the late 90s. It was really nice. But nowadays, apparently, it is rather awful of a place to go.
Just entirely a tourist trap.
Okay. Well, it pretty much was already when I went. So,
And it's not even a good tourist trap.
Okay, it's an awful tourist trap. Okay, that's unfortunate. My sister went a few years back, and they weren't impressed. And
Okay,
you
Marauder.
speak French and English, and people don't understand you. There's a problem.
Okay, Marauder, are you really sure you want to do this?
I am not sure he wants to do this, but that is what he will do. I mean, you have to realize another thing, though. These people have no idea what clan mechs are.
He's
And
going
hanging
to
out in
very
boonies
quickly
all their lives.
understand that walking up to a 90 tonner is not something you do twice.
Well, you do it once, and man, maybe I should have put an enhanced LRM on the Orion KU. I can shoot my machine guns and overeat a little bit with that SRM too. Overeat bite 2. I'm not going to die from that. Ha! Enhanced LRMs have a chance to hit even at point blank range. See the superiority of that inner sphere technology. Pentra. Try to shoot at the Shadowhawk. Grendel and the Shadowcat's way too fast for me to actually try to catch up with. Ravagers. No longer as rockets, unfortunately. Those are the defensive units. Nothing bad there.
Oh, wait. Let's see.
Recoilless rifle. Doing recoilless rifle things.
Figuring out how to dump that ammo.
You'll have to go to systems.
Location. Yeah, I gotta find the slot that the ammo is in. Here it is. And dump.
Goblin. Keep shooting. I mean, all the tanks are still up. I am surprised. Some of them are starting to have a hard time, but they're all still up.
And dumping will happen at the start of next turn. Okay.
Sport PPC, recoilless rifle. Okay, the auto rifles don't reach. I mean, it'll never be as fun as when I shot with the a regular rifle like that and actually destroyed the Gauss rifle off of one of Elkite's mech with a true armor critical. That was hilarious. Was it good? No. But was it hilarious? Yes. Marauder. Worse, it's a one-armed Marauder. How do I hit on 8s? Jeez.
Did you run up to it?
I did run up, but it shouldn't be that bad. You just have a +1 TMM. All right, let's try to finish off one of the Vipers. Are the field guns in range for anything? Like, okay, the Phoenix Hawk. Okay, well, I guess we're shooting at the Phoenix Hawk now. No, the auto rifles do not reach, so don't try to shoot the auto rifle at the Phoenix Hawk that's like 300 meters away.
Here we go.
I am putting the pain on that Viper. The Shadow Cat. A glancing blow on a Gauss rifle on a commando. Once again, 3 points of damage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
Personal low
Marauder has
profile.
lost a foot and a hip. That's a bad start.
It still had all its armor, so
It's only missing an arm.
Sounded like you were saying it still had Alzheimer's.
That could also be an issue. Okay, the Thunderbolt's dealing tons of damage, but it's hard to get through that Viper. Near medium. The Commando putting the pain on the Wolverine 2C. Still nothing critical, but
you're rolling for crits.
yeah, I'm rolling for crits. It's not like they're happening, but I destroyed a C3I. That's more interesting.
Because now it's kind of shut down.
Now it has to shut down because it's piloted by a Bioroid. So next turn you have to click shut down on it. Okay, a bit of damage here, a bit of damage there. The ATM 12s chewing through the Orion. Oh, the LB 10.
Right torso's gone. Ravagers are firing back, getting into the rear, and ignore that for now. Let's slap the Marauder. Lots of laser fire being exchanged. Prof, did you mute yourself? I think you just muted yourself. Let's go over the rest of it.
Get him.
Centurions getting smacked through. His left torso, shoot up. Took a head hit. Still standing. Getting into internals. That Marauder starting to be a problem. Let's see on your end. Get those tanks and lighter forces off of you so you can start focusing on your gun line. We're now worried about not getting backstabbed. Getting into internals. Oh, Orion blacked out. Oh, those Vipers are not having a good day. They're getting lots of crits. Both, they both have hip and leg crits now. Myrmidon's destroyed. That's one of them. Field guns, I think we can just ignore for now if they're rolling for 10s. People are falling over. Marauder fell on its other gun. Viper blacked out.
So many of them.
Took 80 plus damage. And fell on its head.
Viper, no.
My Marauder will have a very hard time trying to get up here.
Oh, he's not getting up. If I kick his leg off. He has the large and the medium laser left.
Let's punch that commando.
Now then, you have reflective armor and you're next to a 90 tonner. No. Yep, kick the leg off.
Kick the leg off. Well, there you go. The Thunderbolt also kicked something. Okay, kick the
left
right
leg
arm.
that's already to the right arm.
Wolverine missed the commando. Curse you, low profile.
I don't know why the AI on my phone randomly, like we're talking like random 100%. It then starts saying like, "Do you want to know more about the right arm?" Like everything we discussed until the start, like it is listening all the time because it is a government listening device in my pocket. But like randomly, like, do you need to know more about the right arm? Yes, the right arm is the most interesting thing I've ever heard about. See, the upgraded Orion also doesn't run OT, so there's a lot of those upgrade kits that are just your basic things.
Oh, we're getting close. I just need a few more kills.
I mean, that Marauder, you'll score on the Marauder because the Marauder pilot's ejecting. He's got no reason to stay in his mech right now. Anybody else on the eject line? Well, technically the Orion would be on the eject line, but he is not ejecting because he's kind of, blacked out.
After careful consideration, I have decided F this.
Now, consider this. You eject that Marauder, that'll take you below 60%.
Yeah, I have to. Well, it's at the end of turn, so yeah.
See how much damage you can do. Probably kill the Viper.
I can probably take out the Viper, and there's a chance I can take out that Wolverine 2C. I mean, it is not looking very good, but I don't have a whole lot of firepower in that general direction either. Like,
I'm surprised those commandos have lasted that long on my side.
I mean, they've been saved by glancing blows from Gauss rifles and ERPPCs. Like, they're just skimming through the shots like that ninja.
Yeah. Narrow profile, what can I do?
Fix that. Oh, yeah,
Large
the Wolverine
pulse
2C.
lasers.
Wolverine 2C shuts down this turn, right? Because it doesn't have its C3I up.
Yeah. You have to shut it down. So I might not, if I see that it's shutting down, I might not actually shoot at it.
Well,
I might go and try to take out that Shadowhawk 2C. I will have to see.
What do you mean I have to shut down the Wolverine 2C? Because I can still move it and everything.
No, because Bioroids don't actually have real people. Bioroids aren't people. They're connected to their C3I network. And
yeah,
so
your C3I blew up.
Connection. So because it's been crit out, you hit shutdown.
The unfortunate life of a Bioroid.
Well, it's not.
I'm trying to find that button.
Under move? Under more?
Move,
under
right
more, you should have a force shutdown.
More, there we go. So remind me why I have to shut down again, because if this thing gets blown up, then the C3 network goes down?
Yeah, because they don't have real pilots. They're using a C3 network to remote control it.
And if whatever version of the C3 you're using goes out, well, you're kind of gone.
Which is why I recommended the Armored Nova.
It's generally a good idea to armor your C3s, yes.
That's what I was trying to do, but
you'll be able to do that next game or something.
Oh,
okay, this one still has a PPC, so I can still use it. You guys are defending your field gun position, so that's good.
And unfortunately, the units that I want to have take out those field gun positions are down and busy. Wait, it does list the active probe range. Is there anything else with an active probe on your side?
On my
Active
side?
probes are not common.
Well, it's that the Nova also is an active probe. It should be 3. It shows
Oh,
5.
that's a panther. How you doing?
Just sensor rules, which we're not really going into, but it's the vision range. Because it shows its sensor range, its vision range, and active probe range. Because when we're doing our vision rules, you can have just sensor contact things where you know something's there on the other side of the hill, but you're not sure what it is.
It exists. Just shoot LRMs at it.
What is it? If you narc it, you can always just fire indirect LRMs at it.
That whole region down there is a mess.
There it'll be. Another one of my probably more controversial takes on building a mech is just have some like even Omni mechs with just a narc pod permanently fused into it. No,
Way,
you will take narcs.
Speaking of Omnimech pods, Prof, I think you said something about Omnimechs in this campaign being able to change configurations between missions.
That's what Omnimex are for, technically. That's the thing with Omnimex. You're supposed to be able to swap them pretty quickly.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure how you were. I didn't quite remember how you were running it, is all.
Also great because if something's damaged, like one of your guns is damaged, you take it off, you repair it outside of the mech, and then you put it back in.
I know, Omnimechs are amazing.
In terms of logistics, yes. People don't like saying that because they always go to Erd the clan don't know how to do logistics. No, the Omnimex are prevent a lot of the logistics issues that you're going to have.
It was the Star Riders that were pointing out. It's like, hey, we've never done logistics on the other side of the galaxy. We can do local logistics just fine. We can certainly account for every bullet amongst ourselves, but if we're going to do a campaign way back into the inner sphere, that's going to be a problem.
Precisely.
It's one thing when you can do the full logistics when you have like 1 or 2 systems over, but you need to be doing push logistics for the inner sphere campaign.
The first thing you should do is capture something that has a factory and use that factory to build your stuff, which is what you did in this particular campaign.
Or just move your factories with you, take your factories with you.
Which is also a thing you can do, technically. So,
I mean, there's mobile dry docks and stuff like that, and stations. I think
those are really expensive, and I don't think anybody add them after the Star League era. That's the problem.
I mean, that does sound like something that the clans would try to have.
Everybody should be building those. Like there's so much stuff in BattleTech that it would be a case of everybody should be doing X, Y, and Z, but they're not because CGL doesn't know how to write and FASA had no idea what logistics mean.
I
Oh,
mean, it would also be pretty dramatic, right? You have your mothership that is your factory. Once that goes, yeah, you don't stick around anymore. That was the keystone.
I've been messing around with that myself. A mobile endo steel mill, basically, it's a giant ship that just eats up material and builds endo steel, ferrofibrous, all that stuff.
I mean, sea foxes should have that.
Well, in my case, it was built by Korean because they were sick of not having access to the stuff they want all the time. So
It would also make sense for like the sea foxes to have something like
yeah,
that because they largely don't have a lot of planets. But if they have like just here's your actual the planets that they do have are the only few fixed dry docks
there you go.
because in order to make a proper pressurized dry dock for the large ships, you need a very large station. And I'm not too sure how much you want to be using the unpressurized ones.
You don't have a choice with warships. You won't be able to
Yeah.
build a pressurized dry dock big enough for most
For even
warships.
a frigate, you needed enormous ones. But I guess that's like in order to service even the smaller warships, are they just intended to be pressurized dry docks or just for smaller dropships?
It's for dropships or
Yeah,
parts. Like you're building a part and then you're moving it out to the
I
jump
see.
ship.
Yeah, I think Hellkite's made ships that are just designed to be massive dry docks.
They do exist. There's 2 models of those that exist already, but they were pretty much just Starleague era stuff and basically disappeared afterwards.
Now they don't have to be Alexandria core ship sort of style, but
Mm-hmm.
it hits.
2 troopers, it's. We've got some Skavens here.
It hits strike strike.
All right, it's on.
Okay, that Centurion is about to evaporate because there's nothing left in it.
Question about the field gun platoon. Is that following infantry rules?
Yes.
Because it's a platoon, not just a single sentry. That makes sense.
Which is why I wanted my Vipers to kill it, but they're not going to do that.
The one time you don't bring something with machine guns.
Well, they have their machine guns, but they're busy.
Yeah, we're kind of stuck here, boss. How are you doing heat-wise? Okay, right now.
The Whitworth 2H overeats just enough to be a problem. It's gonna start having issues soon enough to be a problem. So let's try that. No, that 13 is not a number you can roll on 2d6. Sorry. It's 10.
All right. see how this turns out.
Ultra 10. Can you do anything? Yeah, well, it's better than nothing. Yeah, I can't prop myself up with the Marauder at all. Field guns are out of range for most things. They can shoot at that Grendel on an 11.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Eh. Hey, it's a 10 on the Shadow Cat. Well, let's try.
More things breaking.
Well, the Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt's just shooting at that Viper.
Which is making expensive noises.
Yeah, but I still didn't destroy it. It on the foot. It on the upper leg.
Not what I wanted to
leg
hit.
Destroyed. So, the Thunderbolt lost its LRM-15. The Whitworth doing a tiny bit of damage on the Phoenix Hawk 2C. Recoilless rifles doing recoilless rifle things. The Panther just lost its right leg. It hadn't been hit by anything yet, and now it just lost a leg.
Blown off.
At least it wasn't on
points.
the first turn like with my guillotine the other day.
It was only like 5 points more.
Yeah, I mean, it's still just a 35 tonner. Well, the ammo went on the Thunderbolt. Thank you, Case 2.
Oh.
That was case 2. And then the ATMs missed, so it didn't.
Oh yeah, that Thunderbolt upgrade kit is one of the marvelous ones I've made. It is literally take a Thunderbolt and make it worse. It doesn't really overeat. It has case 2. It has plenty of armor, and it's not that much more expensive compared to a regular.
That does sound like an improvement.
Well, it's hard to improve on almost perfection with the Thunderbolt. Oh, the Commando's taking some funny hits from SRMs. Hip and upper leg. Oh, the Ag 20 decided to go through the Thunderbolt as well. Marauders doing a decent amount of damage. Testudo doing nothing. Oh, a gyro hit on the Thunderbolt. See, there's things that are still a problem when you take another gyro hit, another engine hit.
Oh.
No, okay. The SRM-4 blew up on the Orion. Regular cases kind of helped. Engine destruction on the Orion. Thunderbolt fell over. Thunderbolt fell over and bonked its engine. Ouch. Yeah, the Centurion falls over. The Commando falls over. The Panther falls over. And your Star Adder doesn't fall over.
Angry. Let's kick it again.
Now that's BattleTech.
A lot of little explosions. I managed to not destroy anything of yours. Okay, that Viper is probably going to be in the shop for months, but
it's going to
be cheaper to replace it.
Kick that Commando because it. Oh wait.
Oh, the Thunderbolt went.
Its engine is intact. That's the important thing. The Nova is intact. Oh.
The Marauder got kicked in the head.
He did not get to eject.
Roundhouse kick.
No, it was on the floor, so it's more like stomp.
See, this is what I mean. You don't get to walk up on a 90 tonner twice.
Pilot is already dead, so there was no damage dealt to the pilot.
Salvage.
Reflective armor takes double damage
Oh yeah, that Ed was very destroyed
for 24 total damage.
because it was also a direct hit because you hit on like an 8 on a -1 to it, so it was not gonna end well. The Whitworth did do 10 points of damage on the Phoenix Hawk 2 sea leg.
Oh no, not the Bioroid.
And you just punched his center torso. Oh, you
blew off the right torso and then damage transferred to the center
I
torso.
think something's on fire down there.
Your Shadowhawk 2C kicked my commando, so you hit the right arm, so it went to the right torso, so it went to the center torso.
It blew through
I'm surprised that thing hasn't blown up.
There's just nothing to blow up in the commando, so
I think something's on fire on my Phoenix Hawk 2C.
Yep, the field is on fire.
Things are just starting to get on fire.
Better get out of there before we start overheating.
And the Grendel did not shut down.
Yeah, that Grendel's been running very odd all game.
And there we go.
Yeah, I got a little trigger happy with the PPC.
Hey, I still have most of my units up. It's just that you blew up you just blew up everything that had actual value. Why isn't it giving me
victory? Or do we need to blow up 60% of units and not 60% of battle?
That. Did I mess it up? Let me look.
Try to retreat.
Oh, no, it's destroy enemy BV.
Or do you need to destroy enemy?
No, you need to destroy 60% of my BV. I'm still at, you're at 49.
Ah.
So I still have like 9% of my BV.
Well, you'll get that kill on the Viper.
Not if the Thunderbolt decides to not be able to get up. Okay, it just can't get up.
No gyro. And 12 feet.
Oh yeah, he is in a bad. The Thunderbolt's now in a bad spot. Centurion, is just in a terrible spot.
What's left on that Centurion?
16
points of armor.
16 points of armor and 2 ER medium lasers. He's got a weapon. He just can't use it. That Bombardier's in a perfect shape.
Running costs 2 heat, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, and walking just does 1, so here's what we're going to do.
That Centurion can't get back up either. So, yeah, this whole region is going to be a problem. But, hey, I've got battle armors. Those battle armors might be able to do something.
This is one of those, do you feel in charge?
Do you feel like a hero yet?
Oh, my commando needs a 10 to get up. That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Missing its arm. Missing a leg.
Missing everything. Let's be quite honest here. They are in trouble. Maybe I should have done that. That was a dumb move.
Once again, walking up to a 90-tonner.
Hey, they're in cool battle armors, okay? They're really courageous.
This is the best idea I've ever had. Stepping up
Cool,
to a
this mech is
90-tonner.
9
This is the
times
worst
your
idea
total
I've ever had. Get out of the burning field. I could have done that better. Oh well.
Oh, the Panther. Okay, the Panther is like almost clean, except for that lost leg it has.
Yep.
I mean, it's just a little bit catastrophic. Not, entirely catastrophic. Just,
Oh yeah. And that's also where it had two of its jump jets.
oh yeah, well, it's not like it can do much. It'll turn. It'll scoot on the ground so it can shoot at people. Portholes. So the guys can stick out their guns and shoot at people. That Whitworth only took damage to center torso. That Whitworth is my champ right now. Does it mean it's good? No, but it's my champ.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Not very long, because it's still just a Whitworth. Hey,
And
but the Marians build them, so at least there's that. Losing one is not catastrophic for the Marians. Actually, absolutely nothing I've lost here is critical to any organization. Like the fanciest mech here is that Bombardier, which they would not be able to replace easily.
Which is funny because you'd think the Marauder would be considered some fancy stuff.
It's just a 3M, Succession War 3M with double heat sinks and ferrofibrous and ER lasers. Okay, it has fancy stuff on it, but it's not fancy.
There's a difference.
Well, that's the thing. Most of those upgrade kits I've made is the kind of stuff like you are a little bit limited by what you're able to sell, basically. So use those. Because replacing a medium laser with an ER medium laser is not difficult. And it's not that expensive either. It just takes a little bit of work. The hard bit remains replacing the heat sinks with the double heat sinks, because you have to make sure the engine is shut down, not just shut off. You have to shut the engine completely off so you can open it. Because if you open an engine when it's just shut down, it's going to turn back on and you're going to fry. So be careful, people. Don't do that. Oh, yeah, they did set the cornfields on fire.
Yeah, I had to get out of there. I read Roar of Honor.
There's going to be a whole lot of popcorn.
Rely on that speed.
Rely on being a Myrmidon, which is actually a decent medium tank. It's like a Manticore, but a lot cheaper. Yeah, that's the best way to say it. And it's like a Vedette, but good. Okay. One last... I mean, that Wolverine's not going anywhere, so my guys are not going to shoot at it.
Nah, it's pretty obvious it's shut down.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably slumped
the crit
forward.
went true and it stopped working. And so they're probably, all the people there are probably like, okay, we hit the engine bad enough that it's overeating like crazy. We're fine. Then they'll, well, I don't think they'll be able to analyze any battle ROM because I'm not sure anybody's going to be able to survive this. But hey, maybe I could flee with the Bombardier. Have some guy that's fleeing. It's not the battle armor or those field gun platoons that are going to be able to report anything. I think it's Drew's turn to move. You've got what left to move?
The shutdown, is it
Yeah.
the shutdown unit?
You probably
Well,
have
the
to skip
shutdown
movement.
unit ain't moving anywhere.
Yeah.
And then you have the Bombardier, which is run away.
Bravely ran away. Oh, my Thunderbolt tried to get up and bunked its engine as a gyro again.
Nearly killed itself. Very nearly killed itself.
Head, he bravely turned his tail and fled.
Bravely ran away.
Great. We'll see it turn up in another game.
Not the best Monty Python movie, but definitely the most quotable one.
I mean, it's undamaged. It just needs more ammo.
You know, that Thunderbolt in that position cannot shoot anything. That Centurion in that position cannot shoot anything because he doesn't have any arm to prop himself up. It can shoot an SRM-6 at the Shadowhawk, at the Shadowhawk 2C. We'll try that.
Shadowcat's running cool as a cucumber.
Which not, I mean, it's got what, just
Gauss rifle and 2
ER mediums.
lasers.
It's not like it's gonna run odd.
Quality over quantity for the weapons. Although I might also try out the one with the LRMs.
Oh, that one's just funny.
Yeah, I listened to your video on the Shadowcat at work, Prof.
I mean, that one, like I said, that one's just funny because anything that carries a large number of LRMs is always funny.
Right?
It's pretty good in the video game too because I'm not a fan of the Gauss rifle in MechWarrior 5 because it has a tendency of not hitting what I want it to hit.
Really?
It's just bad luck on my part. So I just,
Aw.
stack up more and more and more and more LRMs. Generally a better idea. Can I hit with the Ultra
Shooting phase
10?
results incoming.
Bombardier, can you see anything by twisting your torso? No, you can't anymore. Field guns. Survey says shoot at the Shadowcat. This one should shoot at the... This one will shoot at the Grendel, actually. It's a bit easier for them to shoot at it. Survey says an MRM-20 and 2 double heat-sinks going off on the Whitworth. That's a pretty devastating Gauss rifle shot.
That right there is why the Gauss rifle is one of my favorite weapons.
There, the Thunderbolt is finally dead.
And
Very
also
much
manages to somehow find the few points of armor left on the Centurion.
Like the armor is moving itself to protect its various parts. It's a mobile armor system. It's brand new. Marion's invented
shoot
it.
that only the not scorched portions of it.
I mean, it's still another standard gyro hit on that Centurion. Ravager's taking a bit of damage. Phoenix Octo C destroyed by damage.
Oh,
Going
wow.
to the head.
Went through the head. Okay. That's the easiest thing to repair on a Bioroid unit. That's the funniest thing.
Which is hilarious.
Oh no, the head's blown off. Meh.
Print a new one.
Just
Oh
print a
no,
new
we've
one.
lost a synthetic battery shaped vaguely like a person.
In the easiest part to replace on a Mac is the Ed because it's the smallest one. So, I mean, I've done a lot of damage to it, but it's not going to. Come on, Ravagers, do your trick. No. Still a decent number of shots from those heavy recoilless, but
SRMs aren't spreading the damage out.
the Marauders are trooper killed, trooper killed, trooper killed, trooper killed.
I mean,
There's
yeah,
one
the
left.
RPPC will do it, but
And the RPPC will, except for a Ravager, I think you kill every battle armor with an ERPPC. Right arm blown off, engine, large pulse laser. Okay, I destroyed the Viper thanks to the Inner Sphere standards. Finally.
it wasn't through a swarm attack.
No, it was through a whole lot of recoilless rifle shots.
Oh, there we are. That's the part I was looking for.
Well, the
ATM
20, ATM 20s, that would be scary. ATM 12 on the Marauders, they're very dead. They are very dead. Goblin eating on the Phoenix Hawk. Phoenix Hawk 2C still manages to do decent damage on the Whitworth. PPC. Ravagers taking a few hits from the Legomorph. Marauder battle armors. Survey says a good amount of damage. I mean, I can't blame them for the damage they did there. Whitworth, double E6 gone. Well, Testudo's autocannon jammed, obviously. At some point, it had to happen.
Well, it's late.
Everybody that's still up managed to stay up, which is also a surprise.
But not a bad thing.
There's a...
I think that's game.
Yeah, that should be.
42%.
You need to destroy 2.72% of my units still.
In very quick order.
I don't think it'll take that long, to be quite honest.
Let's go.
Because there's a commando that's still, surprisingly, still alive. The tanks haven't been taking too much damage. They're slowed down, they're bunked up, but they're not, entirely destroyed. That Bombardier's fleeing, so that is game once it's out in the field. There's unfortunately not much else he wants to do. He's convinced that leaving is the best thing he can do.
Jump, you fool.
The commando's being smoked out, but he's not burning up because the field doesn't go up to where he is. So, it's not entirely terrible for him.
We'll smoke the monster out.
And I'd love it for him to have the abandoned field gun option. But they have to move. I mean, I'd just abandon the field guns at this point and just run away with the infantry.
No, we gotta keep the gun with us, boys. They paid us good money.
An LB, how much an LB-10? What's the price tag on an LB-10? I don't remember the price of units.
We can just check the unit value in its readout. It doesn't have it here.
I'm on Sarna on my other screen. It's
Oh,
worth 400,000 C-bills. That's a lot of money.
the wheeled LBX says they're 2 million C-bills. Or
Yeah,
2.5
because it
million
has the
C-bills.
whole assembly and everything with them, so it's going to be more expensive.
Even though it does show like an ammo truck with it.
Yeah, I
Are those
mean,
actually those mechanized then also?
yeah, but you
Okay,
can't shoot. You can't shoot the turn you move with them.
but it is also mechanized, which does help it. It's just wheels.
I mean, it's 4 movement points, so it's decently fast at getting out of the way. But it would require, technically, it should require a turn to itch the guns back up on
Yeah,
the vehicles,
yeah,
and
mechanized wheel,
then
but mechanized at least it helps protect you, the infantry.
mm,
They effectively have 2 health.
incredible. That makes a huge difference. Kinda.
Well, it does because machine guns do 2 damage.
Well, machine guns against infantry do 2d6, so it adds up really quickly.
I was told that machine guns are pretty much the anti-infantry weapon.
Small pulse lasers, machine guns, micro pulse lasers, AP Gauss. There
Oh
was
yeah,
another thing.
I should know about the
Fragmentation
micro pulse lasers,
LRMs,
eh, Prof?
Fragile
Infernos,
RMs, flechette
plasma cannon,
round AC guns, which are extensively rare. Um,
plasmas.
yeah, well, plasmas and flamers is just the unpleasantry of being on fire when you're a human being.
I should know about the micro lasers, though. I wrote a bit about that.
Micro
How could I
lasers are
forget?
not as good as you would want them to. I'd rather have a small pulse laser than two micro pulse lasers most of the time.
Well, hold on. Was the Grizzly 2 equipped with micro or micro pulse? Let me see.
It's either IR. Yeah, I have no idea. ER micro lasers.
Yeah, ER micro lasers.
Those are weird but functional.
They're for protomax.
They're very good for protomax, or
Well,
stacking like 12 of them on a dasher
I mean,
at some point.
they are very heat efficient. They just end up not being crit efficient because
It's basically an inner sphere small laser.
I mean, well, you're already clan tech, so for the same crit space, you can fit an ER large laser.
Oh, you
Welcome to the
remember?
wonderful world of clan tech.
You remember what I did with them? I melted a whole anti-mech infantry platoon with them.
That's what they're meant to do.
They were just regular micro lasers, though, not micro pulse.
Micropulse deal 1d6 damage on infantry. So on a piranha that has 10 of them, things get very, very, very nasty very, very, very quickly. That's what happens.
I like how silly the piranha is. It's just put a bunch of machine guns on a
It
pair of
has
legs.
one purpose, and it's to kill infantry. Does it do this job well? Extensively well. So
I was going to say,
nothing
I
else
think
to
so.
really worry. The thing is, I mean, it comes at a time where battle armors become more and more frequent, even though the inner sphere doesn't run battle armors as often as you would want. I mean, the only people who run battle armors like constantly are the Marians. Everybody else still has large platoons of regular infantry, while the Marians are like, we build those things. Those things are good. Let's just build more of them and give them to our soldiers so they might survive a battle. Okay, you've got your Shadow Cat and your Wolverine left to move, probably.
No, the Wolverine I passed over because
Okay.
that's still immobile.
So you've got your Shadow Cat left to move.
And I'm working on that right now.
Okay, when there. Turn around. flee the field. We'd rather have some people survive. If I can get that Whitworth out, it's only 3 losses for the militias. Of course, its surviving is very conditional on you guys not destroying them. But, you know. Panther.
All right. Well, let's see here.
Can I twist all the way to shoot something? I can shoot an ER medium. It's not the best weapon ever, but... you've got nothing you can really shoot that's interesting. You've got nothing you can shoot that's interesting. Well, you guys are trying to retreat. You can still shoot. Goblin. Yeah, nothing I can really shoot that's very good, though. This guy. Get the large laser on the turret to shoot. The other Myrmidon. Okay, that's a +6 to it. +6 is kind of hard to do anything with, but, you know. Testudo, you don't really even see anything. Now you see the Grendel if you twist your turret to back. You shoot a Thunderbolt, one of my 3 Thunderbolts that I have left on it. You're moving. You haven't moved. I probably should have moved you, but I haven't moved you. So we can shoot at the Grendel. Survey says Ravagers are getting ravaged. There we go. 3 troopers killed. Goblin lost its large laser. It's still up. It's still up. Inner Sphere standards are getting destroyed. 3 troopers killed. Ravagers doing a tiny bit of damage on the Viper. The Centurion. The fact that the Centurion's not dead. Okay, no, it finally died. Okay.
I managed to only hit the...
I mean, the number of hits it took here was pretty darn
There was
bad.
nothing left.
You turned this thing into a smoking crater, yes. Inner Sphere standards doing a little bit of damage. Viper destroyed the Ravagers. Myrmidon did an engine hit on the immobile Wolverine because that was about the only thing it could shoot. So
Yeah,
by 1 point.
Goblin immobile, crew stunned, major damage immobile. That Goblin is very much in trouble. The Whitworth lost its right arm and the center torso is looking rough. And it fell over and hit its engine.
Bonk.
Ow.
I still technically think it can run away, but...
Not well.
Not very fast.
Not very fast. Well, no, he doesn't have any crits that slow him down. It's just the engine's blown. So it's going to be long to repair.
72%.
So Blantleff has lost 5 mechs from the Marian Legions and 3 mechs from the Planetary Militias. Not the most damage we've had, but still.
That Panther's going to have a hard time limping away.
No, I count it as destroyed. It's not.
It's destroyed.
Yeah, the Panther and the Commandos.
The prone wit.
It's not going anywhere.
I mean, those things, the pilots might be able to run away, but that's about it. mean, the worst thing is that Panther you can easily salvage and do Panther things with it, I guess.
Just
The
need to
Commando, I don't
replace the
think
leg.
it's really salvageable. Yeah, the Commando. I mean, it's easy to fix a Commando, but yeah. Okay, that was. I mean, I destroyed a few things. I'm happy.
Fair
Save a
enough.
GIF of the game summary if you want a thing that's going to be about 17 gig.
Let's look at the survivors.
Do save your salvage file and tell me your how long it would take to repair some of your stuff.
Oh, whoops.
If you didn't, I mean,
Well, I mean, Viper's gone.
the Viper. In your case, I think the Viper's gone. We're gonna have to replace that with something.
I have another replacement lined up actually already. I was
think
going to
the
replace the
only-
Shadowhawk with it, but
I think the only real repair we need to make is that Phoenix Hawk 2C's head.
Which is easy enough to fix.
so
Take
yeah,
what,
one
a week?
Viper that was pretty badly damaged, and the other one's gone.
And you recovered a Panther.
It was the Shadowhawk was it lost armor, but it didn't lose anything internal.
The Wolverine's in a bad shape. The Wolverine 2C is in a bad shape, but still fixable. I mean, it didn't even
Yeah,
lose
that will
its.
take
It
some
didn't
time.
lose its bioroid. It just lost the connection to it. So you just have to change the computer in it, which is annoying but doable.
You know, honestly, I think that changing the bioroid might be faster and cheaper than changing the computer.
No, it's still more work to change an actual bioroid, reconnect it, and everything. A computer is just a smaller part. A bioroid is still, it has some fleshy bits. What did I want to do?
Don't ask where we got them.
I don't even remember what I wanted to do. Oh well.
Bioroid.
Thanks for the game.
We'll still need to
All right.
configure more Bioroid units.
I mean,
It was
the
great
idea is
to-
to get them built up, really.
It was great to play for the first time in a while. Thank you both.
Well, I'm happy. I'm happy I brought you a few hours of play, and we'll try to have more games going on in a near future. So I thank everybody for watching and gaming, and we will see everybody later. Bye bye.